Eusébio da Silva Ferreira, widely known as Eusébio, was a Portuguese footballer born on January 25, 1942, in Lourenço Marques, now Maputo, Mozambique, then a Portuguese colony. Renowned for his incredible athleticism, technical skill, and prolific goal-scoring ability, he is considered one of the greatest footballers in the history of the sport. Eusébio grew up in a modest neighborhood and displayed a natural talent for football from a young age, often playing barefoot on the streets. His first foray into organized football was with the youth team of Sporting de Lourenço Marques. His prodigious talent caught the attention of scouts, leading to a transfer to Portugal's SL Benfica in 1961. This move marked the beginning of an extraordinary professional career that would make Eusébio a global icon. At Benfica, Eusébio quickly established himself as one of the most dynamic forwards in world football. In his first season, he helped the team win the 1961-1962 European Cup, famously scoring 2 goals in the final against Real Madrid. This performance catapulted him to international fame. Eusébio's combination of speed, strength, and precision made him nearly unstoppable, and he earned the nickname the Black Panther. Over his 15 years with Benfica, Eusébio scored an astounding 473 goals in 440 official matches, winning 11 Primeira Liga titles and 5 Taça de Portugal trophies. He also led the league in scoring on multiple occasions, demonstrating his consistent dominance. His ability to perform in crucial matches further solidified his reputation. On the international stage, Eusébio represented Portugal 64 times between 1961 and 1973, scoring 41 goals. His most memorable achievement came during the 1966 FIFA World Cup in England, where he was the tournament's top scorer with 9 goals. His breathtaking performances, including 4 goals in a single match against North Korea, helped Portugal secure a third-place finish, their best-ever result in the competition. Eusébio's individual accolades reflect his extraordinary talent. He won the prestigious Ballon d'Or in 1965, becoming the first African-born player to do so. He was also named the European Golden Boot winner twice, in 1968 and 1973, for being the continent's top scorer. Eusébio was widely respected not only for his skills, but also for his sportsmanship, humility, and leadership on and off the pitch. Injuries began to take their toll in the latter stages of his career, leading Eusébio to leave Benfica in 1975. He played for several clubs in the United States and Canada, including the Boston Minutemen and Toronto Metros Croatia, before retiring from professional football in 1979. Despite his retirement, he remained an ambassador for Benfica and Portuguese football, frequently attending matches and mentoring young players. Eusébio passed away on January 5, 2014, at the age of 71. His death was met with widespread mourning in Portugal and around the world, with many commemorating his immense contributions to football. A statue of Eusébio stands outside Benfica's Estádio da Luz in Lisbon, a lasting tribute to his legacy as one of the sport's all-time greats. Eusébio's influence extended far beyond his playing days. His contributions to football helped raise the profile of Portuguese and African talent on the global stage. He was a pioneer, breaking racial and geographical barriers in an era when opportunities for African-born players were limited. His achievements inspired countless young footballers, particularly in Africa and Portugal, who saw in him a symbol of excellence and perseverance. In recognition of his impact, Eusébio received numerous honors during his lifetime and posthumously. He was awarded the Golden Foot Legend Award in 2003 and was included in the FIFA 100, a list of the greatest living players compiled by Pelé in 2004. The Portuguese government also honored him with national decorations, including the Grand Cross of the Order of Prince Henry. Beyond his accolades, Eusébio remained deeply connected to the sport and his fans. He was often seen at Benfica matches, where he was treated as a living legend. His humility and accessibility endeared him to generations of supporters, making him a beloved figure not just for his skills, but for his character. Eusébio's legacy endures through various tributes and memorials. In addition to the statue at Estadio de Luz, his name has been immortalized in stadiums, tournaments, and countless honors worldwide. He remains a source of pride for Mozambique, Portugal, and the global football community, symbolizing the unifying power of the sport. Eusébio's story is a testament to how talent, hard work, and humility can transcend boundaries, leaving an indelible mark on the world. Eusébio's influence also extended into cultural and societal realms, symbolizing hope and opportunity for those facing adversity. As a black athlete who rose to prominence during a time when racial discrimination was prevalent, he became a figure of empowerment. His success challenged stereotypes and demonstrated that talent and determination could overcome barriers of race and background. In Portugal, he became a unifying figure, beloved by people of all generations and backgrounds, and was often referred to as the king of Portuguese football. His contributions to Mozambique, where he was born, were equally significant. Despite moving to Portugal at a young age, Eusébio never forgot his roots and maintained a strong connection to his homeland. Many in Mozambique see him as a national hero who brought global recognition to their country. His achievements highlighted the untapped potential of African talent, paving the way for future generations of African players to succeed on the world stage. After his passing in 2014, Eusébio was honored with a state funeral in Portugal, an extraordinary gesture that underscored his importance to the nation. Thousands of fans, players, and dignitaries gathered to pay their respects. His coffin was carried through Lisbon, with a final stop at Estadio de Luz, where fans bid farewell to their beloved icon. He was later laid to rest in the National Pantheon in Lisbon, a rare honor reserved for Portugal's most distinguished figures. Eusébio's name continues to resonate in football and beyond. In addition to the countless tributes from fans, players, and institutions, his legacy is preserved through youth development initiatives and foundations that promote football and education. The Eusébio Cup, an annual preseason tournament hosted by Benfica, serves as a reminder of his enduring impact on the club and the sport. To this day, Eusébio remains a benchmark for greatness in football. His combination of skill, sportsmanship, and humility sets an example for aspiring athletes worldwide. As one of the most celebrated figures in the history of the game, Eusébio's story is a powerful reminder of the universal language of football and its ability to inspire, unite, and transcend generations. His legacy lives on, not only in the annals of football history, but also in the hearts of those who admired his unparalleled talent and humanity. Eusébio's influence also shaped the way football evolved in Portugal and internationally. His success helped establish Benfica as one of the dominant clubs in Europe during the 1960s and put Portuguese football on the map at a time when it was relatively unknown globally. His dazzling performances in the European Cup and the 1966 World Cup elevated the standards of the sport, showcasing the importance of speed, precision, and creativity. His rivalry with other great players of his era, such as Pelé, Alfredo Di Stefano, and George Best, further enriched football's golden age. Throughout his post-retirement years, Eusébio was actively involved in promoting the game. As an ambassador for Benfica and Portuguese football, he traveled extensively, attending international events and working tirelessly to foster goodwill through the sport. His presence at youth tournaments and charity matches inspired young players and demonstrated his commitment to nurturing the next generation of football talent. The symbolic power of Eusébio's legacy is evident in how he is remembered not only as a footballer, but also as a role model. His story transcends the boundaries of sport, standing as an example of how talent, dedication, and humility can achieve greatness. He remained approachable and down-to-earth, endearing him to fans of all ages. Eusébio often recounted his gratitude for the opportunities football gave him and used his platform to give back to the communities that supported him. In Mozambique, Eusébio is celebrated as a national treasure. His rise to global stardom provided a sense of pride and representation for the people of his homeland. In Portugal, he is revered as the embodiment of the nation's footballing spirit. Statues, museums, and documentaries have been dedicated to preserving his memory, ensuring his influence endures for generations to come. Streets and sports facilities bearing his name can be found in both countries, further solidifying his iconic status. Eusébio's place in football history is not merely defined by his goals and titles, but by the way he carried himself throughout his life. His humility in success and grace in adversity serve as lessons for all. As a pioneer, a symbol of unity, and a legend of the beautiful game, Eusébio's legacy remains as vibrant and enduring as ever. For millions around the world, he is not just a footballer but a symbol of hope, perseverance, and the universal joy of sport.